Hello, YouTube, and hello, Twitch. Welcome back to episode 10 of Super Duper Wetland in Oxygen Not Included. Hey, Phil, what's up? Phil from Twitch. How are you doing tonight, Phil? Thanks for joining me tonight. Oh, I'm a feedback. Sorry about that. I think I'm muted again. I should be okay. No, be all right. How are you doing, Phil? Thank you for joining me tonight on Twitch. Appreciate it. How are you tonight? How is everyone? Good to see you, says Phil. Good to see you as well. Welcome back to some Wednesday evening, Wednesday night, or Thursday morning, depending on where you are from. Oxygen not included gameplay. All right. Hey, Stringer, what's up? What is going on, Stringer? Stringer, I haven't been on YouTube a lot in the last 2 days. I've been just super busy, so I don't know if you've uploaded lately, but if you have, I'm gonna have some time tomorrow and I will check your videos out if you have anything new. If anyone is watching the VOD, go check out Stringer207 in the chat here. They have a YouTube channel and they do long form playthroughs of Oxygen Not Included. So go check them out, please. Stringer says, "Love me some Wednesday wetlands, wet Wednesdays." Hell yeah! All right, so we're picking up right where we left off. So I think last episode on Sunday night, we were just finishing taming the aluminum volcano. I think everything is done. Let me turn off this because this is going to be very annoying. So we have 12 cycles until this thing erupts, and then we have 7.5 cycles until this thing erupts, and we're still vacuuming this one out. So we got a ways to go, and we really need some petroleum here, which is kind of taking forever, probably due to the fact that just move the chat over so I can see. Probably due to the fact that I don't have any petroleum being made. So let's see what we got here. Bottle filler. We do have some petroleum, so maybe they can't get here. Oh, maybe this is Higby coming down to get some. Let's see. Okay, so Higby just touched the metal refinery or oil refinery and left. So that's kind of disappointing. Can they get here? They can get here. So I'm not sure why they are not grabbing. Maybe it's because it's set at a high priority. That's probably why. Come to think of it. So let's go back here. Now that we've set this to... Okay. Not sure why they're not trying to grab it. Can they get to here? Oh, they probably can't get to here. That's what it is. All right, so we need this done ASAP. And then this as well. That would do it. Stringer says, I have uploaded part 2 of the construction. Part 3 will come out next week when I get it operating. Cool. I will check that out tomorrow, Stringer. That sounds like a lot of fun. All right. So, yeah, let's just continue today. And now they should be able to get the petroleum in there and everything should be all right. I'm just going to close some windows here because I have multiple. We have unreachable food. That's lovely. All right. So... that's not really that hard to deal with. I wish they wouldn't do that though. Cool. What else can we do here? Let's go ahead and build some ladders this way, and this will help us just get rid of all this extra fossil and diamond and all this stuff that's stuck down in here, and maybe to get rid of this layer as well. I also have a video coming tomorrow, so if people are watching the VOD or just joining the stream chat or whatever the case, it was supposed to come out on the weekend, but I ran into a lot of I was just really busy, so I didn't have time to finish it. And yeah, so there's a lot of stuff going on. I have one video basically ready. I just have to edit, and then I have another video that is the script is done, and then a third video that I have like the storyboard for. So a lot of stuff in the works. I just had a very slow month due to the fact that I was just very busy. That's the way it goes sometimes. But if you guys are in the chat, let me know how you are doing. Let me know what's going on, what you've been playing lately, and all that fun stuff. So let's see here. We can probably upgrade a couple of our duplicates, like Meep. Probably give them suit sustainability now. Maybe even exosuit. Meep is a cook, but okay, it's still useful to have. And then, of course, nails as well. And then we can start letting them out outside of the base, since they have the ability to go to like not get stuck in random places. Hey, Javelian, how are you doing? Thank you for joining me tonight. How are you? I hope everything is going well. Hopefully you had a fantastic Wednesday. How are you? And thank you again for being here. We're just about to get this gold volcano online and the aluminum volcano. So, oh, okay. So we got some petroleum coming in now. Finally, this vacuum pump can start doing some work instead of just just running in circles, basically. Oh, and I need to get these things. Let me make sure that all the shipping is done. Shipping looks done. I'm keeping cobalt ore down here. That should be okay. Hey, thanks for the follow on Twitch, BT Emo, BTEEMO. I think that's. Let me know how I should say that. BTEEMO or BT Emo. Thank you so much for the follow. Appreciate it. I hope that you that you enjoy the stream and appreciate you being here. What was I doing again? Oh yeah, I was doing this. So cobalt ore should be okay here. I do have some steel in the bottom, just in case I do have a little bit of problems with the conveyor belt getting too hot, but it shouldn't really need it. I'm gonna go back to cobalt down here, and then we're going to start doing our cooling just like this. Probably start on this side. Oh, don't want to go into there really. Probably start on this side, over back, and then just do something like this. Oh. Actually, take that out. Do the. Where's my thing? Do this, and then do something like that, and then it's going to basically just drop out here like that. So we're gonna delete some of these things. We'll go ahead and get in here like that. Take everything out. Now, another thing that I have to do is I have to fill the liquid pipes. I don't have any liquid piping set up, so. Which way do I want to do this? Well, definitely radiant. I'm a little bit low on metals to use for this, but that's okay. It looks like I want to probably take it over this way. Maybe go down like this. And then we'll start right here with the radiant. Just kind of go over everything and follow the same path as the conveyor rail. Kind of like that. That should be fine. And then we can start filling that as well. That is not too hard to deal with. Just need a empty bottle drainer rather. And I think we have enough petroleum now. We'll get, so I think someone's on the case. So as soon as they got that last one, we'll just wave it off and stop them from doing any more. Just move. I almost closed OBS. That would have been very bad. Okay, there's the last one. We can deconstruct now, disable auto bottle, and we're good. And of course, something's broken here. Of course, we'll also lock this in so the steam doesn't get through. I probably could most likely go with insulated liquid tiles here, but I think just blocking the steam in is going to be fine, I think. So we'll rig something like that up. I usually don't do this method. I usually just end up building some tiles, but then if I have to get my duplicants back in here, it's kind of a hassle because then we have to worry about well, it's not really a hassle in the sense that it causes any problems. Mainly it just takes a lot longer. This allows me to just open the door and it's fine. Let's get some conductive wires in here for that, and then get everything built out here. And we also want to make more cobalt, which we don't have a metal refinery for. It broke. That was kind of what was going on last time. So we're going to see if I have enough cobalt just to finish the top row. Like I do, just about. I feel a sneeze coming on, so I might have to mute the mic here in a second. Okay, so that should be okay. And then once we close it off like that. Oh, we can't have cobalt here though. Cancel that. No, don't build that. Anything but that. You guys can literally build anything. There you go. What I need to do here is put a bear chute, just like that. And then a thermal sensor will go here eventually, but not for the foreseeable future. I also like to get this door open, so the polluted oxygen that's trapped in here can get vacuumed out, and all that fun stuff. Okay, and then how are we doing with the radiant piping? Still got a long ways to go. We can't quite fill it with water yet. We're going to put this on higher priority, especially the liquid piping, actually. Put this on all higher priority so we get that done. Nails earn a skill point. So nails, we don't really have a specific task for nails yet. So I'm just going to give them improved carrying. That'll really help us out. And then I think maybe depending on nails' athletics, we can start letting them out of the base. They have 11 athletics. I think that's probably fine to start letting them out. And then I'll also check Meep and see what's going on with them. So Meep is... Meep has 7, so maybe we'll wait a little bit on Meep, but Nails, I think, is ready to start going. There we go. Looks like we got some water in here, too. That's okay. Just want to make sure that we're not going to be running into problems with germs anywhere. Looks like we're okay. How did we get water in there? I'm not exactly sure. What's our temperature looking like? We're very cold here, which is really good. This used to be very hot, mostly because we're getting very hot water coming from our... it used to be coming from our water geyser here, but now it's been rerouted. We're getting it from the bottom of this. So I just have to remember to reroute the water after it's been used up from this area. And as far as the rest of the bog buckets go, looks like everything is the perfect temperature right now. I'm just going to step away really quickly from the mic and blow my nose. Now it looks like we're also having body temperature issues here. And if I had to guess, we're probably, yeah, we're getting a little bit too cold. So we're having the opposite problem of what we normally have. So let's go ahead and cut this off and start taking the water. I guess this is, we might run into a lot of problems if this is going to be. Oh, we just have so much. We have like the opposite problem of what of what a base usually has, of just being way too cold. Even this thing here, it's just way too cold for anything to grow right now. 22 degrees, but that should kind of clear itself up at some point. I don't know how I get a Dartle in there, but you need to get out. Relocate him to there. And then... Hey, what's up, Sean? Thanks for joining me. How are you doing, Sean? How was your Wednesday? We're just about finished getting the aluminum volcano online and just about finished getting the gold volcano online. We got 4.5 cycles to go. Hopefully everything works. Just double checking everything right now. Doing good. Glad to hear. Awesome. Awesome. Yeah, so we're what was it? Oh yeah, let's get this online. We have the automation complete. We have the shipping complete. We have the water. Okay, water is not complete. So let's get some coolant in here. Unpolluted water. We're also going to have a lot of issues pretty soon with power. I mean, we have all this hydrogen, which is good, but we really have to start getting oil online or something to that effect. So another thing that I really wanted to do this episode is start the industrial brick, which is going to go somewhere here. Now, eventually I might integrate this gold volcano into the industrial brick because I want it to be a steam brick. But I think for the time being, just to get things started, it makes sense just to get the gold volcano online by itself and then integrate it later. So that's kind of what my intention is here. But yeah, I need to get this Dartle out of here because hopefully they can get, it says, usually when it says weird stuff like that, it's, oh, they probably couldn't get to it because it was on the roof, but hopefully it comes down soon. All right, so this is being vacuumed out. That's all, everything is good. What is breaking here? This is the Radiant liquid piping. Oh, is it freezing? How cold is this polluted water? Oh, it's -20. Where am I getting -21 polluted water from? Is that what's happening here too? That's probably what happened there. Something is... Okay. Where am I getting -21 degree? It's not -21 degree anywhere. I don't know. Well, anyways, this is entombed because it's very, very cold. Is it here? -10. Yeah, I have no idea where that's coming from. Anyways, let's go ahead and put a bottle emptier here so we can use some of this polluted water instead. Or a pitcher pump rather. Hey, Louise, what's up? Louise says, hey, Ethan. Hello, hello. How are you doing? How was your Wednesday, Louise? Let me go over what we're doing this episode. So we almost got the aluminum volcano online. We have 8.5 cycles to go. The gold volcano is almost online as well, 3.5. But now, for some reason, I'm getting... Oh, you know what it is? It's probably because this is... No, that should be okay as well. We're getting very, very cold polluted water. It's like free... Oh, it's... You know what? It's freezing as it's going through here because there's no heat. That's kind of interesting. So it's breaking the liquid piping. It's not that we're getting -21 polluted water. So what I have to do is I cannot cool this just yet. I have to like... I'm going to set it to 200 or whatever. Just set it to max for now. Because I can't have this aqua tuner cool it as it's running through here. So let's just do that until things start to heat up and all that. I also can do... I don't know if I have enough gold to do this. I need to set up another metal refinery very, very soon. I should have enough gold. There we go. I'll have to rebuild that with cobalt because I think it looks cool. But you said you're doing good. I'm happy to hear. Thank you for joining me. Oh, Hatches, nice. Thank you for joining me on this Wednesday stream. Looks like we have a food situation as well ongoing. Everything's just getting way too cold right now. So what I'm inclined to do is maybe put this... Well, all of our water sources right now are very, very cold. This is one of those... This is one of those situations where I wish we had like a hot water source that wasn't that wasn't this, because since we're on bog buckets. We should just transform to bristle blossoms, to be honest. Like everything, I think this entire row, we should just go to bristle blossoms, because bristle blossoms will also unlock the stuffed berry and among other things. What else? Bristle blossom. I think it's the stuffed berry that I'm thinking of. The gristleberry, and then I can make the berry sludge. Obviously, I have on basically infinite right now. And then where's the cooking? The electric grill. Whatever. I know you could make the gristle or whatever, something else, stuffed berry. Hey, Martin, or Mart Jenner, I think. Mart Jenner says live streaming. Yes, I am live streaming. How are you doing? Hope that you're having a great day. Yes, I think as they go, as they get too hot, we're just gonna uproot them and start doing bristle blossom. We're gonna have to move everything over anyways, because I was in the process of doing that regardless. Actually, these things can be disabled now. Meep can still keep running because Meep is still very slow. How are you doing, March Jenner? Hope that you're having a great day. Oh my goodness, how did this plug get out? I have no idea how that would have gotten out. It's probably eating my ores. Or my metals. That is really not good. Well, hopefully my duplicates can get to them, because, well, they can't right now, but they will. Oh, because this is gone. What happened there? Okay, so they're just stuck in this area, but... Oh, I must have deconstructed and not even realized. Anyways, this has to be rebuilt, because now these guys are all over the place. I have no idea how I managed to do that. I must have been... Oh, because I was moving the base over, like, last episode. I totally forgot about that. All right, well, that's okay. And I guess, like, we got a Draco out as well. Doing good, bro? Awesome. Thank you for joining me. I appreciate it. It's like our Our Drecos are doing good too, and so are our Glossy Drecos. So with the exception of these guys who are kind of stuck at the moment and not really helping us produce power, everything seems to be doing okay. We'll put a couple more up here. I really don't think that I have to worry all that much about powering my base with the plugs anymore. I think we're pretty self-sustaining with hydrogen and other sources of power, but we have to keep an eye on it anyway. Yeah, industrial brick. Today we're doing an industrial brick. This is still being vacuumed out. Just very small, very tiny trace amounts left, which I'm pretty nervous about. 2.5 cycles to go. I know I should probably move this a little bit higher, and that might actually help me. But actually, what I could do is move it to the side like that. Deconstruct this, and then have double the amount of cooling or pumping action, because things are not going to go too well if we don't get rid of that. There we go. We got some more pumps. We can build all that. I really need this thing to not go off while this is still in production. Okay, so let's focus on the brick. We have to dig this out. This is actually this cold biome would be a really good source of a temporary metal refinery. So maybe that's what we'll use it for the time being. We can bring some power down in here and get all that done. Still learning a lot of things about this game, but yeah, there's a lot more than I ever think. Yeah, this game it's very deep. There's a lot to learn, but luckily, once you learn it and things just start to click, it becomes super easy, I think. So if you need any advice or any help on what you should be focused on, or if you have any questions, please let me know. Oh no, this is breaking again. It's just, well, first of all, I bricked it. That's the first problem. I do that every single time. But the main problem is that let's do that instead. The main problem is that it's way too cold over here. It's like negative whatever, and it's just not doing too well. So what is it that what was the latest problem that you had in your base, Matt Jenner? What is there anything that I could possibly help with? Maybe some advice or some tips and tricks? Please let me know. I'm here to help. I'm a little bit congested today, not because I have a cold, but sometimes my nose just gets all stuffy because I have allergies. Best mods for beginners. That's a really good one. Okay, so I'm more of a fan of visual mods. I know maybe that's not the most exciting thing to hear, but I can definitely think of some just right off the top of my head. So the planning one that I think it was Kevin, one of the stream viewers, who introduced me to the other day. It's really nice for trying to plan out where you might want certain rooms or basically whatever you're trying to plan out. It's a really good way to temporarily mark things on, like, in the asteroid. Now you might not have any immediate use for it, but it's something that you might have a use for once you start figuring out how to build some of these buildings. Actually, we can go ahead and deconstruct all this. So it might be something good to have on hand, just so when you start actually building some stuff, you can sort of easily transition into using it. I've played so long without it that I sort of have to train myself to use it rather than the opposite. So I also like the True Tiles mod, which I'm using right now, and that basically changes not every material color, but like the granite tiles, for example, will be white, and the cobalt metal tiles will be blue. And I think that's really helpful as well, because then you can, like, at a glance, see what materials your buildings are built out of. So, like, for instance, I can tell right away this is built out of igneous rock, this hydra, because of the pattern on the insulated tiles, versus I can tell that this is made out of granite just by the visual. So The way that would be really helpful, I think, is if you're building something that requires ceramic, for instance, or igneous rock, and you pick the wrong material, and then you don't realize it till after it's already complete and the build's broken. Well, this way it lets you kind of see on the fly what you're doing and what you might be building wrong. So that's another really good one that I like. Other than that, most of my mods are pretty visual. Even though those two are as well, but I think most of them are mainly visual mods that are possibly less helpful to new players since they are visual. Blueprints are really good. You can basically have one of these builds saved into your game, so when you go to build it on your next playthrough, or you don't have to remember what to build. You can just simply load up a blueprint, kind of like, let's say I want to build a petroleum boiler. It's everything's already mapped out for you, and you can just place it wherever. And that also falls in line with the planning. You can kind of see where everything's going to go. So I really like that one as well. And let's put this here. Oh, this guy's here. He's going to be eating my... Oh, he's only eating iron. Okay. Hey, what's up, Jim? Hello, hello. What's up? Thank you for joining tonight. Appreciate it. How are you doing? How was your week? How's your Wednesday? How are you doing, Jim? This time I think we're actually going to start on the industrial brick. Pip Overlay, that's a good one. I was just about to get to some of the overlays, but that's a really good one as well for Martin. Or sorry, Mart Jenner. Pip Overlay basically allows you to, if you're unfamiliar with the pips, they can basically plant any seeds. Oh, this guy's a little bit elderly. That's sad. They can pick up all sorts of seeds off the ground and plant them, which is really, really useful because when you plant with a pip, like for instance, you can put a Weezwort pretty much anywhere on your map as long as the pip plants it where you want it. So it's a little bit trial and error, and there's some ways that you can like manipulate that as well, which if you're interested, we can get into as well. But the benefit of having Weezworts, for instance, I'm not using Weezworts for an example, but basically any plant planted in the wild by a pip instead of domesticated, is that it doesn't need phosphorus or phosphorite. So every plant has its own characteristic. Well, most plants, not everyone. But like for instance, bristle blossoms need water, 20 kilograms, which can be quite demanding on a brand new colony. So if you have pips plant them, you won't have to feed them water. The alternative, or the downside to that, is that their life cycle was basically quadruple. So there's a lot of different things like that. And let me just go back and check this. This one should be okay now, I think. So again, we're going to set this to probably 20 because it's just so cold around here right now that, I mean, the pipes might continue to break just as we're talking, which kind of sucks. Jim also says pipe overlay. Yeah, really good one. I don't personally use that one, but automation overlay I do use. The one where you'll get to modify your dupes are all helpful to newbies. That's actually a good point too. Pipe overlay would probably be a really good newbie mod. I was just about to talk about automation overlay, which, where's my automation here? Which basically gives you a glimpse at, well, I don't have a lot of automation just yet, but it kind of gives you a glimpse at what your sensors are set at and like what's going on with all your automation without having to actually click on them. That's a really, really good one. And then Jim also, yeah, so pipe overlay, I'm pretty sure that's the one that shows you the flow of directions, which is really, really nice for new players. That's actually a lot of, oh no, I have some obsidian here. That's okay. I mean, it's not the end of the world, but can my duplicants get in here in time? I hope so. I gotta close this off pretty soon, so yeah, let's hope that they can do that. Jim says, I'm good. How are you? I'm doing well. Also, I'm a little bit congested tonight, but other than that, I'm doing pretty okay. No, I'm not sick. I just sometimes my nose gets stuffy because of allergies, and because of my work. I work around drywall and wood and all that stuff, so sometimes it just gets a little bit stuffy and nothing I can really do about it. Unreachable. Why is this unreachable? Oh, because of this. Okay. All right. You guys win. Duplicants win. It's unreachable. I'm just waiting on the grass to mutate. Oh, grass to mutate. That's the last plant I need for GMA. Okay, that's cool. Hope that happens soon for you, and then your playthrough will be done. I would assume. They should be able to get to, oh, because of this, because of that. Pip Overlay does show the direction. Yeah, Pipe Overlay does show the direction. That's a good one. And Conveyor Rails. That's a really good one for newbies. Geckos, nice. All right, how's the bog buckets doing? Okay, somebody was eating my berry sludge, which I'm kind of disappointed at. I hope that they've stopped. I forgot which one it was. It might have been the hatches. Hey, what's up, elusive traveler? I have two elusives. I got you confused. Apologize. Elusive traveler says, I keep getting cycles to 150 to 190, and I just start sandboxing. Do you not enjoy the mid game portion, elusive? It's all right if you don't. I'm just curious. I'm thinking I'm gonna get rid of the bog buckets because the water that's coming out of here is a lot easier to manage than the very cold polluted water that I'm now left with. So I think we're gonna start making that transition over to just blossoms. So let's just go ahead and start here, and then as soon as these ones start to well, hold on a second. This is the mimica. Okay. As soon as these ones all fully grow, then we'll start moving stuff around. But I also have to, like I was saying, I also have to move everything over eventually as well. So there's a lot of stuff going on simultaneously in the base, which is sometimes kind of annoying, but I think we'll get through it. I wish there was a mod that allowed your duplicants to auto harvest plants as soon as they're as soon as they're auto harvested to uproot them, because I have this well, this is actually only like 9. I could probably uproot that. I just have this pet peeve where I don't like to uproot plants that are nearly completed, even if I'm not going to probably have any use for them. It just seems like such a waste. And for the bog buckets, you can't really tell. You have to hover over them and see 30%. I could probably get rid of that one. What's this one here? I really don't want to go through every single one. I'm just gonna wait. Jim also says, oh, and if you're going to use mods from Steam, use Mod Organizer. Do I have Mod Organizer? I think I have Mod Updater. I'm not sure if I have Mod Organizer. I mean, I must have it, surely. I wish I could see what the... For some reason, I can't see what the growth status is, but whatever. I think it's time we just got rid of all these and put water in here, because water is actually 23 degrees, which will be a lot better to work with. So let's just go ahead and uproot all this. Start moving stuff over, and yeah, it'll be fun. It'll be fun to get off bog buckets and go to bristle blossoms. Mod updater, yeah, I definitely have mod updater. I'm not sure if I have mod organizer. I think it's when stuff starts taking longer and I get impatient. That sounds like me. That sounds like me. Yeah, I can see that though. There's definitely... Oh, well, hang on. I gotta make sure this is good. Yeah, everything broke entirely. Well, you know what? That's okay. We'll just close this off. We don't need in here anymore. I think I'm gonna do a quick save just in case I forget to check it, because things are going to start breaking if I don't get coolant in here. But the reason I don't have coolant is because everything is just so cold. So we're just gonna give it a bit. So I bought the game and just started playing them on cycle 5. Hell yeah, that's awesome. Cycle 5. It's a good cycle to learn at. So cycle 5, Phil, I would recommend that, sorry for the unsolicited advice, but I would recommend that you just keep digging and exploring your asteroid and see if you can find any fun geysers and vents that you can tame to get resources from. You probably don't want to focus on taming it right away, but if you can start looking for them and identifying where they are, like dig far left, dig far right, up and down. Don't dig into hot areas. I don't like to dig into very hot areas. Use your temperature overlay, and keep an eye on your algae level. Algae is going to be very, very important. the first couple hundred cycles. So those are some of my TLDR tips for getting started in the game. Do you have a video on different story traits? I only have a video on this guy here. This guy. I don't have a video. It's mostly because I'm not proficient at using the other ones. Like it's not usually incorporated into my gameplay, so I've never really bothered to make a video on them. So it's something that I have to learn so I can fully explain it. Yeah, there's a lot to learn in this game. So even though, you know, I make Ani videos, I usually make them based on what I already know or what I think is an easy progression thing to learn to make the video on, because I try to do my best to be informative and not make videos that are not accurate. Is it just me, or is algae terrarium isn't very effective? It's not just you. I definitely would not use algae terrarium. You should go for your early oxygen. You should be going for oxygen diffuser, which for some reason is it not here? Oxygen. Oh, there it is. The oxygen diffuser. You want to go for this guy right away. Oxygen diffuser is going to require algae and power, so you have to set up power with the hamster wheel. Jim is correct that algae terrariums have niche uses, but just for the early game, for a set it and forget it method, just use the oxygen diffuser. Elusive Traveler says I've tinkered with them, but they usually restart before I actually use them. I just got here and I saw notice. Be civil and respectful. What happened? Oh, hey, William. Thanks for joining. Nothing happened. I was just I saw that it was an option to add like, hey, this is the chat rules kind of thing. I didn't know how that would appear. I suppose it just appears for you guys when you first come into the chat. So it's nothing personal to you. It's nothing personal to the chat. It's just I just saw the option that it was there, and then YouTube literally gave me like the first two options to choose. So I was like, okay, cool, this sounds all right. And yeah, that's where that is. But thanks for joining tonight, William, and I'm glad the feature is actually there. That's kind of cool because I've seen them in other streamers before, and I've never used them because I didn't know like if that comes with time, or I don't know. I guess there's so many things that goes on with streaming that I guess I just never thought of it. Whoops, I should probably disconnect this pipe instead of bringing in more polluted water, because obviously we're not going to get very far if we just keep putting in polluted water as we're pulling it out. So, all right, so take all this out here. Okay, and then we can connect the water. Oh, and I absolutely did forget. Oh, there's still polluted water inside, isn't there? Okay, so what's this? Irrigation, empty storage, empty storage, empty storage, empty storage, empty storage. I wish there was an option for this. Why is irrigation still a problem? I've disconnected it now. It should only be. Okay, there's only water in here. That's still irrigation. It says. Polluted water, polluted water, polluted water, polluted water. Okay, well, I'm just gonna take a look at the volcano because that's pretty important. So we have some cold damage going on here. Sorry, chat. So yeah, we got this bricked again, and of course, we got everything bricked, and we also have the overflow bricked. So we'll just do another overflow. We have It's kind of funny dealing with a cold situation rather than a too hot situation. So we gotta like close this off just so it's not too cold. It's kind of hilarious. Whatever. Well, I'm sure things will figure themselves. At least this gives my water a chance to kind of got warmed up. All right, let me catch up with the chat here. Algae terrariums, yeah. Also, Jim was talking about algae terrariums have niche uses. Yes, they certainly do. I just think just for the advice specifically to Phil, I would just focus on the oxygen diffuser for the meantime, and then you can move on to learning about all the different buildings. Oh, and then Jim says, yeah, they are kind of a newbie trap. I use them as a lot as a newbie, not surprisingly, because I like to play around with a lot of different things, and yeah, they were quite awful, I think, when I just trying to produce oxygen with them. Oh, this is still a bog bucket. Okay, no wonder. I was like, what? I'm pretty sure. Except fluxo critters, I get glossies. Yeah. Oh, sorry. The fluxomatic, I get the glossies. Is what Elusive Traveler was saying. Let's take the hatchling. I think they're cool, but the hatchling has to go on this. Yeah, I gotta make sure that the hatches also don't incubate and land on the row with the. I really need to get a hatch farm set up, by the way. I just cannot have them eating my berry sludge. I worked way too hard to make that. So 563. Okay, 563. Put this guy in here. And then what's this? Bristle Blossom with more polluted water. Bristle Blossom with more polluted water. Holy smokes. Polluted water coming out. This is Bog Bucket. Okay, that's fine. Okay, let's go back up here. So this looks like it's working finally. I mean, this is very, very scuffed, but you know what? It's fine. It's fine. This is now disconnected. Oh, we got more cold damage here. Oh, because this is still connected too. A lot of simple mistakes I'm making. Just do that. Okay. I have a cool slush geyser. I don't know how to tame it. Okay, perfect. Cool slush geyser. You just open it up like this. Make a massive tank around it, and then just let it drain in. This cool slush geyser is like God tier. It's like S tier with the geysers. By the way, I have a video coming out tomorrow. What was I saying? Oh, yeah, video coming out tomorrow that ranks all the geysers in what I consider to be like the most effective and to the least effective. And the cool slush geyser is like, I think, the undisputed king of geysers, just especially for new players, because it provides water, which is amazing for pretty much everything in your playthrough, such as oxygen, power, etc., and food. Obviously, all you have to do is put it through a water sieve, and it's cold. So if you have heat problems, all you have to do is run some piping through your base, and you'll get very cold. You get a very cold base. And I like how I'm going here. Everything is very cold right now, and I can't grow food. So don't be like me and just completely halt your food growing. I'm just kind of all over the place, and I'm trying to get multiple things working at the same time. This is working now. I'm a little bit bummed out that it's actually too cold for these pipes to exist. So I think I'm going to continue sort of just building like infrastructure around it. I don't know how much this will do, but whatever. It's something that keeps my duplicants busy because they're not very busy right now. And then this thing, we do have gold coming in now, which is really good. Minus 19 degrees, so I basically don't even have to cool it. But we are cooling it, so there you go. So yeah, cool slush geyser. You have found a god tier geyser. Make use of it. So what's the plan for today? So the plan for today is the second attempt at finally getting the industrial brick well, obviously not online, but just made. I tried to do it last episode, but we ran across the gold and aluminum volcanoes, so I had to tame those. That basically took all stream. So there's a couple things here in my way. Let's take a look at what these are. Infectious polluted oxygen, don't really care about that. And we have a cool a slush salt geyser, so 95-degree water there. So the plan today is just to keep digging out everything here and to start the beginning of an industrial brick. Now, I kind of want to incorporate this into it. I think that would be kind of cool. I was talking about this earlier. Incorporate this into the industrial brick later on, because that'll produce lots of steam for us. So I could do that. Just depends on how big I want to make it. We also have this thing in our way. I don't know what this is. This is a water geyser. Okay, sick. So we have water, salt. This is what Jim was talking about last stream, I think. We have a salt water geyser here, a water geyser here, which we can get a lot of power out of if we, or a lot of steam out of if we geotune it. The problem is that I kind of don't want natural features in my steam my industrial brick. I think it's almost unavoidable. I mean, here I don't have natural features actually. I just wanted a nice big steam room with maybe a gold volcano. Water would be okay too. I wouldn't mind the water. But I'm just gonna keep digging it out and we'll see. We're gonna debate that. I'm gonna debate that amongst myself and see what I want to do. I'm not opposed to doing it in there and geotuning. I just didn't want all of these features inside. So we'll see. We'll see how that goes. The one large pool for cool slush geyser. Why not compact it? Yes. So William, I have this massive tank just in case I decide in the future I want to run something through it to cool it down. Not that it's really going to be necessary, I think, because the rest of the asteroid is so cold anyway. But here's my infinite storage for it. So all this in here is going to be where I collect it. I know it's not very, very compact, but I like things looking, you know me, I like things looking kind of symmetrical and large. I like big builds. I don't like tiny builds as much as I like things looking square and all that stuff. Yeah, and with regards to that, just in case anyone's wondering, you can, if you have like a hydra here, for instance, instead of on a copper volcano, you can run the oxygen through here that you're producing and cool it down without an aqua tuner. Like in here, I'm using an aqua tuner to send cool water through here, which is cooling down my hydra, which actually, arguably, I don't have to cool down because my base is already very, very cold. I should probably be warming it up. So let's put it to 20 degrees. What's going on here? Irrigation. Why do we have... Oh, we have no water. Oh my goodness. Okay. So this is... Let's connect that. Boom, boom. There we go. And what was this doing? This was doing polluted water. Okay, well, maybe we can let that kind of sink down for a little bit. And then just... Yeah, there we go. So... barbecue. We have some barbecue as well. That's kind of good. But now we're going to be cooking. I want to keep on cooking the gristleberry. There we go. And then we're just going to allow our duplicants to eat that from now on. And then we'll slowly switch everything over to bristle blossoms since we have so much water. I did make my first steel without sandbox today though. Laughing my ass off. That's awesome. Hey, that's a start. Like making steel is once you figure it out, it's not as hard as it seems, you know? Like, oh, I don't think I have enough water in here actually. I might have to put some more in. So the way I'm making steel right now, because I've sort of put myself in a situation where I melted my cold biome where I was making the steel, which is right here. I have to kind of move that steel production somewhere else. So I'm thinking over here because there's lots of cooling potential here. This is mercury, so that's not the most fun thing to deal with, but I think I'm going to run some radiant liquid piping in here, but I really, really need steel. So I have to keep going on this. So maybe just do something like that. How much do you hate shearing, new shearing changes? Hey, by the way, hey, Crazy Sammy, how are you? Thanks for joining the stream. You know what? I'm going to give you I'm going to give you like the very neutral answer and say it really depends on if the change affects my playstyle dramatically or not. Like for instance, when this might be like a hot take, but when Spaced Out was first released and Oxygen Not Included, I was not a fan. I didn't play Spaced Out for a very long time. Oh my god. Someone's stuck. Hassan's stuck. There we go. Hassan almost beat himself. And someone else is stuck. Nails, bro. They really need to give you like a. I'm sure there's a mod that I'm just not seeing that, or I keep forgetting to look for, that are like, hey, your duplicants are about to pee themselves because they're stuck. Okay, let's not dig that way then, because you guys obviously can't get out. I can't play without Spaced Out. It's too good. I like it now. I really enjoy it now. But before, when it first came out, I wasn't a fan of it because it was too much change for me. I was not. So I played. Even if you look at my very, very early videos, they're all on the vanilla version of the game. I was just not a fan of Spaced Out. And then people started saying it. Like when my videos actually started to gain traction and people started enjoying it, they were like, oh, hey, you should probably do Spaced Out because that's what everyone's watching. I was like, oh, you're probably right. I probably should play more Spaced Out. But I just didn't like the rocketry. And even if you watch the Super Duper Dreamland playthrough, I wasn't a fan of rocketry. I kind of grew to like rocketry with the help from the chat. So you guys, all of you, you know who you are. You guys who helped me with rocketry, you guys kind of helped me enjoy the experience a lot more than, oh, look, my goodness, we're stuck here. Than before I started doing YouTube. But it's just something that over time I grew to like, and yeah, it's one of those things. Like I do enjoy some of the oh, cool, I'll take metal power banks. I should probably take some bionic duplicants. And I should probably take more duplicants so I can get this thing online. To make a running room or something. We'll work on that too, but right now it's industrial brick time. I can't let off. Look how cold it is here. Minus 53 degrees. Holy smokes. No wonder these pipes are freezing. Minus 14. We're very close to the temperature at which these things overheat at. Or sorry, freeze at. Hey, Jay Nero, how are you doing? Welcome to the stream. Jay says, I felt the same way about Spaced Out. Yeah, it's just one of those things where the changes were too jarring. I didn't really enjoy it. I felt like it was trying to force me to play a certain way, which if anyone knows me, like I hate being forced to play a certain way. I like what I like, and that's it. But yeah, I eventually grew to like it, like I said, and now I actually really enjoy. Well, okay, so let me kind of add a little bit of a tidbit there because I missed a really important part. I really enjoy playing the classic Spaced Out, and I don't enjoy playing the like the actual Spaced Out just yet. That's not to say that I won't, but I like playing the classic mode instead, which gives you the bigger starting asteroid, because I like focusing and managing one asteroid rather than trying to manage a whole bunch of things that's like I maybe part of it is that I'm not proficient at rockets. That might be one thing as well. So I'm not going to completely rule that out, but I just don't like the idea of being forced to like go get oil. You know what I mean? I like to have oil. I like to have everything on this starting asteroid. Sorry, I missed the message. The only thing I hate is how complicated the tree sap is to get. That needs a rework. It is pretty complicated. I think I came up with probably the easiest and most body temperature, huh? I think it was the easiest method that I could possibly come up with on the last playthrough, the Super Duper Dreamland, where now it's too hot. If it's not too cold, it's too hot. Let's put some radiant liquid pipes here, and we'll cool these down. And that method was basically, geez, this is going to be a cluster AF of piping that's doing random stuff. Let's just feed it into here. Just do some, I don't know. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. The tree is really, really annoying. Oh, this is really annoying too. Otto, bro, I need you not to get stuck. How are you stuck? Where are you stuck from? Like, can you not make your way back? Oh, because you can't. Oh, because of this. What it's. Oh, it's ice. Dude, it's so cold on the outside of my base. Like, everything is just freezing. This is like the best problem to the best problem to have in a way. What was I saying about space? Oh, the tree sap. So I was using the interplanetary launcher to send food. Like even if it was just very bad food, I didn't care. just send food to the tree, and then have an auto sweeper loaded into. Well, first of all, have it go into a payload unloader. Then the auto sweeper picks it up and feeds it into the tree via the saps. And then I would just have my duplicants go and mop up the sap. But what I didn't get to, which I was going to get to, is maybe have the sap automatically picked up by a liquid pump and then shot back with the interplanetary launcher. That was my long-term goal, but I got to the very end without having to do all that. So it's one of those things where I kind of jerry-rigged it and made it work. You know what I mean? Crazy Sammy says, I also have 573 kilograms per tile in a 5x5 room. I left the water turned on. Oh no, of steam. That's not good. Maybe it's time to block it off and start a new room. Let's put, what should I put in here? I think we'll use maybe crude oil for this one. I hope that crude oil, I mean, they have to come very far to deliver it, but that's fine. At least maybe we won't have too many problems. It's just so cold out here. Like it's becoming a huge problem just to have this polluted water here because like things are freezing all over the place. I might not even get to the brick today if I at this rate, but I gotta try. I gotta try. They need to fix the dupes pathing because of stuff like that. What the F? They're just trying to get themselves evolved, get out of work. Yeah, no kidding, right? Kofi Bear, thank you for joining the stream. Appreciate it. How are you doing tonight? Hope that everything is well. That is exactly true. The pathing needs a lot of work. But I think, yeah, I think you're right. I think they just don't want to work sometimes, and they're just like, you know what? Screw this, and then just start getting like that. I just don't understand the logic of like, okay, if you're digging something out, like let's say you're digging something out here and there's a huge gap. Like, why would you always prefer to jump onto the ledge or the gap that is going to get yourself trapped, right? Because there's no pathing options left there. Like, I can see a scenario where, okay, you're going to jump to a gap, but it takes a longer route to go back home. But if there should be like a check, I think this might be too much of a, maybe it's too hard on the CPU or something. I don't know. I don't know how computer programming works, but maybe there should be like a check where it's like, oh, hey, if there's no pathing on the other side available to like get back home or to get to the bathroom, then don't go there. But then I could see problems with that as well. So I don't know. It's, how do you solve it is like the question, I guess. More polluted water. Okay, this is the Mimica. This is Mimica? Oh, it's Bog Bucket. Okay. I'm also going to cut the polluted water off here since we're changing everything over. So we'll cut it off here. Yeah, and then just use up all that, and then we'll, whatever. Making the transition to Gristleberry. Here we go. Hoping for the best. Hoping for the best. We can do this too. Boom. Take all that out. It's an industrial brick, so it's not that much of a pain. That's pretty good then if it's in a brick. It should be okay. You can always steam the water out and then make like a put it inside of a water reservoir kind of thing. So we have no lime. Well, that's unfortunate. We can make lime with fossils. Just kind of a bummer that I have to do that. Oh, and we can also make we'll make some tungsten as well. Oh, I know why we didn't have lime, because we didn't have the rock pressure up. But yeah, there we go. We'll have lime now. Okay, so now we have, yeah, we'll just burst the block. We still have polluted water in here? How? This is supposed to be regular water. I think it's fairly complex problem to solve generally. Yeah, I would assume so, Jim. I know I'm kind of being a simpleton and just being like, hey, why don't you guys just do this? But yeah, it's body temperature low. Oh no. Now it's too cold for these guys too. Why is it low though? How cold is this guy? Click on, please. All right, well, 19 degrees, huh? Yeah, I need to start like moving everything. Just I need to not worry about this and just start moving everything um like to hatches and barbecue because this is getting ridiculous. So that's what I'm. Oh my god, look at this cute little Pip. All right, so let's do that. I had enough of the plants for now. The plants we can deal with once we have our heating under control. But for now, I need to get pips online. And this is the perfect place to put the pips, actually. Come to think of it. It's right here where it's yeah, down at the bottom. Boom, we'll put it right there. Okay, so we're going to build one that's 96. Of course, I'm going for my vertical farm because I love the vertical farm. Forgot what exact size I have to do this with. I think it's 6. I think 6 is the correct one. Yes. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 is right to this rock here. So kind of like that. Okay, and then is this needed? I don't think this is needed. It's basically not needed. I just need I mean, this is in an unfortunate location. I don't need this here. So take that out. And then I can probably deconstruct all that power. Yes. Pretty much everyone uses a handful of standardized algorithms for it. I think it's easy to solve if you keep it small. That's basically what I'm doing in an infinite storage, yeah, for your Steam. Because even though there are problems with those algorithms, there aren't any novel ways to approach it that don't cause more problems. That was kind of my assumption. Like I said, I haven't don't know a lot about programming, so I don't want to. Oh my goodness, they're stuck again. Okay. Okay, can you build yourself out if I just give you granite? Can you do oh no, not Travolta. Okay. Sandstone, you have sandstone. All right, build sandstone ladders then. Okay, we'll do I accidentally clicked blueprints. So we'll do that. Okay, I need to go. Have fun. See you, William. Thanks for stopping by. I'll be back online Friday if you'd like to come hang out. I already got the flask. Painting curves. And I already got that. So that's all extras. But I need Travolta online. There we go. Let's go. I need this one done. Okay. Igneous rock. There we go. All right, there you're good. You're good. Hey, Ethan. Crazy Sammy says they have these cool things called ladders that you can build too. Oh, I know. It's always oh, what did I forget to yellower? It's always something that I forget to add. I just I'm just so used to not having to worry about that. Like when I'm still not completely like in streamer mode. You know, I don't know if that makes sense, but like if I was playing offline, I would literally just probably watch them build this and and not do anything else. But I want to keep the stream moving and things and keep digging stuff out. So often I'll just put a build in like or dig in like this, and I won't even think twice about the consequences of it. So it's one of those things where, like for example, here they might get stuck. Might as well build some ladders there. But yeah, I just try to keep the stream going, and I often forget a lot of stuff along the way. That's just how I am. Jim says I had a class in Uni for CS that was essentially just pathing and problem as a problem. It was a full semester of just pathing. Holy smokes. That's wild that I mean I guess it makes sense that you can spend a whole semester doing that because it is quite a complicated feat. I mean, I have very I don't even want to say I have experience in programming because it's been so long, but I used to do programming um in high school. I like websites, web design. Um, Obviously, things have changed a lot since then, and I'm trying to remember the programs that I dealt with. It was grade 9 was probably Visual Basic, which was way too easy for me. Um, the other ones were which one was the other one? Turing. I did Turing, and then I did I think C++ or C# or something. I forgot which ones exactly, but so I kind of understand the struggle. I just don't understand how to fix it. Is what I'm trying to say. I can appreciate the struggle. I did fairly well too. I was looking forward to doing that a lot longer term, but eventually I just decided it wasn't for me. Because you say, Mrs. O, trust me, I know I do the same stuff. I code while I play Ani in the background. That's really impressive, actually. How do you find that? Do you find that to be fairly easy to code while you're playing? I mean, I guess it's one of those things where you like you write something and as you're compiling or testing or something, you do some some moves in Ani, something like that, maybe. Okay, we got some steam going here, so we should have a little bit more heat being produced. We got some steam going here as well. We got some aluminum. Perfect. We got all these cool stuff happening. We got lots of bog bucket seeds. Yeah, we got the irrigation all out of here. So we're gonna go ahead and uproot all this stuff, and start to get water in here, basically. We still need the bristle blossoms until we can get on the hatch farm, but yeah, we need the hatch farms up ASAP because I'm tired of dealing with with the plant management aspect. I just listened to the beep beep of the alarm. That's so funny to me. That's so cool. I'm impressed that you can do that, Crazy Sammy. What do you program? Like I said, I'm not familiar, but I can appreciate the struggle. To some extent. Okay, bro. You're idle, right? Please tell me you're idle. Okay, yeah, you're idle. Okay. Well, actually, I'll probably keep the ladder there for now, but let's build a thing like that. And then, yeah, we'll start putting the hatches in because actually we'll just put a hatch. Forgot that I have all this stuff available now. A critter drop off. No, let's build it. Let's build the drop off here. I'm a new programmer. I do Arduino and home projects. Okay, well, I have no idea what that is, so it must be like something that's more recent than 20 years ago. Because I do not know anything besides what was available 20 years ago. Or maybe it was available. I just don't know what I'm talking about. I kind of wish I had the I could get back into programming. Okay, Sweetles don't eat gristleberries, right? No, they only eat sulfur. Microcontrollers and things like that. Cool. I mean, it's still impressive nonetheless that you can play and program at the same time. Okay, let's get these guys in here. They will probably eat the cobalt, I'm sure. I'm sure they can get access to that. But this will be way better than just trying to manage whatever it is happening right now with them. I can also run this piping through. I don't have to have it going like this. Is just crazy. I can probably just go in like this and have the water flowing the other way and just cut all this off. I think this is providing a little bit of heat. Yeah, it is providing a little bit of heat, but I almost need the heat to be more concentrated in this area. So I think what we'll do is, yeah, we'll just build it this way and change the direction of flow. So we'll take out the liquid bridge, turn the flow back around, and then just have everything go that way. That'll be way easier. Perfect. Okay, cool. Yeah, and then we'll eventually. I don't think we need water going this way either. I think this is okay. Well, I guess we have this, but we don't really need that as well. We can kind of start removing stuff and all that. Okay, now I need a grooming station. We have a couple cool ones that we can choose from. I guess I'll pick this. And what else do we need? A feeder. A critter feeder. And of course, I'll have to set up automation and all that fun stuff. But for now, we'll just... For now, I just want these guys online because this is not going my way, the way I want it to. This is actually maybe not the most ideal place to put these guys because I wanted to have like the stations for hatching the new eggs from. Maybe I'll have them above. That might be easier actually. It might be easier to drop eggs in the future downwards instead of having them from the bottom. Anyways, we'll do another 96. This is going to be right here, I believe. Another 96, sir. No, one over. Something like that. Perfect. So we'll do a couple hatch farms just to get things rolling. And then we'll do a background bird as well. But I think that's going to be like the permanent spot for it, most likely. And cool, now we got some steel going as well. So we can start using some of this cold area. I should probably put a liquid reservoir. Oh no, we're already having problems. I was hoping... Oh, that's mercury. That's why. I think it's the mercury that was... Something happened there with the mercury. I don't know. Hopefully... Anyways, hopefully everything drops into there if I have issues. I don't know. Keep digging that out. Okay, yeah, everything was looking good. We got these things blocked off. Okay, keep digging out for the industrial brick. I gotta keep going. The infectious polluted oxygen. Yeah, I really don't want the oxygen vent inside the steam room. I know it's not gonna be a big deal. I could just close it off and it wouldn't be all that much different, but I would rather have a nice clean steam room with that's symmetrical, you know? I'm longing for that type of steam room. So maybe I think we're gonna go this way. So yeah, we'll get the berry sludge because we're gonna be getting some sleet wheats from here. This guy's gonna get... Why would you start digging there? Why don't you start digging here? Gotta build some ladders. Actually, I don't even need ladders here. I could probably just go like that. And same thing with the... Yeah, perfect. Kind of just keep going like this. And then maybe we'll keep digging down to the bottom too, because we could certainly use some more oil. We're gonna be using oil pretty quickly, so that's something else that we should probably get going at some point. For the time being, I suppose we'll just focus on opening up these reservoirs. Just making sure we're not going to dig into something super hot like this and make a whole bunch of sour gas. Although that's not hot enough for sour gas, but it's very, very hot compared to other things. Yeah, we'll just open all this. I think that's going to be fine. They might get stuck here, but we'll give them some dig errands so they don't. Try to be a little bit precautionary. And yeah, everything is going. We got oil there. So, okay, let's keep going. Keep going with this. Yeah, I think I'm going to put my industrial brick right here. And then my rockets will be very close. That way everything's very close to my base. And then I'll have all this area left to tame all these things that's happening. It would have been cool to have maybe these two geysers inside the. We'll take that. Swampy Delights, barbecue. We have quite a bit of barbecue now and gristleberry. So, are my duplicants allowed to eat barbecue? I know I took a lot of the stuff off. They're not allowed to eat meat, which is probably good. They are allowed to eat barbecue. I should probably get the gas range online as well so they can make the surf and turf. But see, this is what's really annoying is that just the heating aspect of it. Is everything is getting either too hot or too cold. You're using salt water. Sandwraith, how you doing, buddy? Are you using salt water? I am not using salt water as coolant. Hello, good morning to you as well. We have our coolant right now is polluted water, but it's actually quite hot because it's just been circulating nonstop, basically. So that's obviously a problem because of where I put that liquid bridge. And we're trying to get rid of bog buckets and slowly making our way over to bristle blossoms because I'm kind of tired of mixing both liquids in the base. So I figured we have some polluted water going in there. So I wanted to try and we have polluted water in there. I want to try and just focus on using only water because my polluted water source is very, very cold. And very, very cold water has to be heated up. I might as well just use the very hot water that I have and cool it down if I need to, which is easy enough because of how hot this or how cold this base is. You're using brine as coolant for the metal volcano. The metal volcano, I'm using polluted water and polluted water for my cooling. For the metal refinery, though, I'm using oil. I don't think I'm using brine anywhere. I'm using brine. No, I'm using polluted water here as well. Yeah, it's all polluted water. It's all polluted water. Flooding. The water sieve. Oh, yeah, I guess that's going to happen at some point. Well, this is not too bad. At least it's getting rid of the polluted germs. Maybe I'll just let that stay the way it is for now. It's not that big of a deal. No germs in there. Yeah, that's really good. I should put a germ sensor on there because I really don't want to have germs. Just in case I accidentally mix up the piping. That would be disastrous. As far as the salt water I'm just storing in here for now. Or, the salt water. And I have this here. I was going to get rid of all of this water and put it into the respective storage areas, but I got germs in it somehow. I think it's because I dumped pee in it. So I kind of messed that up. Okay, critter feeder time. Perfect. Let's get these guys going. And I think we have plenty of sedimentary rock to feed these guys. Yeah, I have lots of sedimentary rock. But I really want them to get... I want to get stone hatches. So I need... Yeah, sedimentary rock. Perfect. Perfect. Sedimentary rock. Just like that. You don't use nectar, bonbon trees. Well, so nectar isn't significantly better. It's good in... So let me show you what my opinion on nectar is. Nectar has a specific heat capacity of 4.1, which is basically like the most important trait that I like to look for. A thermal conductivity of 0.6, basically, right? Polluted water, on the other hand, has... polluted water has a specific heat capacity of 4.179 and a thermal conductivity of 0.5. So they're basically the same liquids. They're essentially the exact same, except for the fact that the nectar can be chilled to minus 83 degrees, and the polluted water can only be chilled to negative 20 degrees. So that's at the bottom as well. So negative 20 for this, and the nectar. There's not a great benefit that I would get from sourcing nectar for the volcanoes. Yes, nectar has way better temperature range. But for the volcanoes, it's total. I think the temperatures that I'm dealing with here, I think it's totally fine. Yeah, it goes way hotter, but we shouldn't have any problems dealing with, it goes way hotter and way colder. But for what we have going on here, we shouldn't have any problems dealing with it. Ideally, I would like to get nectar for, um, I don't even know, like, for where I am with the base right now. I don't think there's anything that I really need nectar for. It would certainly be helpful in some areas, I think, specifically for dealing with the heating and cooling issues that I have here. But as far as just taming these volcanoes, yeah, it's nectar's not really necessary. Yeah, exactly, Jim. I mean, we do have a relatively easy way in this asteroid, to be fair, because we do have lots of bonbon trees that we started with, and we have, like, I mean, literally we have plenty of cold areas to work with. So it's not like we're struggling for some cooling or for bonbon trees. It really just comes down to the fact that I'm not allocating the duplicate labor to do that. I'm still digging out everything, so more focused on that than getting nectar. But yeah, nectar for sure is. I'm not trying to hate on nectar, so I hope that you don't think of it that way, Sandwraith. It's just not my priority at the moment. Okay, I need to get rid of that. That's annoying. I think we'll just leave that for now. Oh, we have an extra waterfall there. Oh, where's William when you need him? Oh, we have an extra waterfall. He would have been so proud. William, if you're watching the VOD, we did it. Mission accomplished. So what's going on here? This one has new illumination. Okay. Okay, so yeah, we got these guys going. Oh, we got the Pip here. We got to get the Pip out of here. Isn't there a way to use waterfalls to store liquids? Yep, exactly. There is. So you can use a waterfall to basically make an infinite storage tank. The thing is, though, this is eventually going to overpressure because now we're just throwing water. I think it's probably going to overpressure somewhere here because you can see it's getting 1,200 kilograms per tile. But, I mean, if it goes into here, I don't really care about that. Yeah, it might overpressure at some point. But yeah, like Jim is saying, yeah, that's a dangerous one. Yeah. It's a way to make infinite storage, but if you do it by accident, you can always almost break something. Yeah, it's probably gonna break something here. Let's go. Let it go, YOLO. Exactly. Exactly. We'll let it go. This is already a big mess anyway. I mean, if I have to relocate it again, it's not the end of the world. I should just pump this into space. Actually, now that I have access to space almost, and then I can start filtering it with radiation. Oh yeah, look, Bert, bro, why do you do that to yourself? Okay, Ellie as well. You don't have to dig from up there. Luckily, you guys got down. Luckily, you guys got down. You guys are almost had me shaking my head. Anyways, we'll just build a bunch of ladders. Yeah, we're gonna YOLO that extra wall. See what breaks first. Anyone want to place bets on which one breaks first? So if we're taking a look at this, I don't know. Like, this looks like we're sort of being shielded by the salt water down here, so maybe that's not going to be a problem. And we only have. So what I was kind of thinking is, what if this water sort of makes its way back into here, and it's not really going to break anything. That's kind of my guess, because like, yes, we are creating an infinite storage here, but the water's not restricted to staying here. It looks like it can easily make its way back to here. You know what I mean? So it might just keep circling around over and over. Anyways, a fun experiment, and we'll see what happens. Replace the tile with airflow. Yeah, I could. I could put some airflow tiles here and then block it off. But I don't know. Let's see if it ends up breaking. All right, so we got lights up. Bog buckets are supposed to be in the dark, so we may as well just rip these out. And then basically just empty everything. Empty everything from these pipes. See who we got. Okay, I'm gonna take the dirt. I don't want any more plugs roaming around. Elderly. Cool. Okay, let's see what's next. We got some duplicates standing. Let's keep going on this. Actually, yeah, we can probably build this fully. And then we'll start building. Then we'll. Can they reach that? They might be able to reach that if I build this correctly. So if I dig out the top row, then they can still walk. Then I can dig all this out. And then if I dig out the bottom row, they should be able to reach it from here. But we'll see if that works out the way I think. I think I've accepted. I can only make it to about 200 cycles before it all falls apart. Margaret, hey, what's going on? Thank you for joining the stream tonight. Where does it fall apart for you, Margaret? We can maybe help you out with that. Crazy Sammy asks, do you cool your bunker tiles? No, I do not. I never found the need to do that. Jim says 200 cycles is one of the breaking points, but I believe in you. I believe in you too. And let us know if we can give you a hand. We're here to help. That's what this channel is all about. Someone's trapped again. Okay, how did you guys get... Okay, that's fair. Okay, that's fair. Can you guys build that? And then I should just be able to dig all this out and not have any issues. The only reason I do is so the slime doesn't get turned into dirt. That's fair then. Yeah, if you need the slime, then that's a good idea. Okay, these guys are tamed in their groom. Okay, let's get some hatch eggs in here. We're making some coal now too, so we finally got coal for we already had like 90 tons, but now we got more. Thanks guys. I struggled to make a spom and heavier industrial bricks in general. Define need. Well, I mean, I would argue that on a typical playthrough, perhaps dirt is more resourceful if you don't have pips set up. But again, it really depends on how you like to play. Oh, we got carbon dioxide issues now. I haven't been cleaning this out. That makes sense because I completely neglected this. Let's build that back, and then we can start getting rid of this carbon dioxide down here again. No germs though, right? So, yeah, the gym as a point is really good. The single electrolyzer Hydra is basically like, well, it can support 8 duplicates first of all, and it's very easy to scale up. After you figure out one, it's very easy to scale up to another one. I would definitely do what Jim is suggesting. Gonna have 8 critters here. How many do we have now? We have 4. Okay, thought we had more hatches than that, but I believe you, game. I believe that you can count better than I can. I don't know why I thought I had more hatches than that, but whatever. Anyways, we can... What's this in here? Mimic a bud. Get some more bristle blossoms in here. We got body temperature issues again. 30 degrees. Okay, it's kind of like hit and miss. Because this water is very, very hot. Okay, so maybe I just throw some temp shift plates on here and call it a day. And I can keep ice. Boom, boom. It's because the water that's coming in now is too hot. But yeah, the single electrolyzer Hydra is a really good way to start. If you're making a spawn, just make a really small spawn. If that's like a really like hard point in your playthrough. Perfect. I thought they might be able to reach that, but they can't. So we're gonna have to just build some ladders. Actually, no. You know what? We're not gonna build ladders. Forget that. We're just gonna build the brick, and that's it. Let's just see if we have enough igneous rock. We do have a lot of igneous rock. We might even extend the brick in the future. But I thought it'd be super cool if I put the brick right like above my exit from my base. The only thing is I kind of want like a shield for this area so stuff doesn't fall. I mean, nothing should fall in anymore. It should be okay. Let's make a 4 tile high. We'll make it 5 actually, because if we go to space, I can't really see where the top of space is, but I would assume that somewhere in this area is where we're going to have our rockets launching from. So that means that everything down below here is going to be available for a brick. Okay, so maybe let's start the brick here because that leaves us open to build things underneath just in case. I don't want to kind of restrict myself, so let's do that. Let's go in here like this. And this is going to be like where, you know what? I really have to investigate this farther. Let's go up to space and figure this out. Because I feel like that's going to work out a lot better. If I can find out where the top of the asteroid is. And then, of course, we'll continue digging there. What I should probably do is just take everything off for now. And then just go like this. Jim says it helps to start with a map that has a cold source of water near the base. That way you can chill the O2 as you make it. Yeah, that's a great... Like if you have even if you have a cool slush geyser or a cool salt slush geyser, something like that Jim's talking about, or a very cold biome near your base, then yeah, that's like the ideal way, because then you pretty much have infinite oxygen at that point, and it's cooled oxygen. And what I would also add to that with Jim's point is I would make sure that you start on okay, hold on here. I would make sure that you start on an asteroid that you previously have played. That's part of my mid-game tips and tricks. Or you go on mapsnotincluded.org and you find an asteroid that looks fun to play and like easy to play, and then you can learn based on that as well. Because I think playing on a random asteroid, although it's fun, like the Fog of War is fun for a lot of people, it's not very good for learning, because what ends up happening is you basically are playing blind the whole time. And if you can't get to the point where you can find like a water geyser so you know what to do with it, or a cold slush geyser or whatever, then how are you ever going to learn that aspect of the game, right? So the way I learned to play is that before Maps Not Included was a thing, there was another website that had, I think it was called Tools Not Included or something, and they had like a map browser, and you can basically pick any asteroid that you want that they have on there, and you can pick an asteroid with a very close cool slush geyser to your starting biome, a very close a very close water geyser, and then you can get to those spots to have water right away or cooling right away or whatever, right? And then you don't have to stress about finding water while these other things are happening at once, which is kind of the problem with Ani, is that so much happens at once sometimes, and it can be very easy to be overwhelmed. Oh, that's not what I wanted to. That's already Brussels Blossom. It's very easy to get overwhelmed, especially if you're like just struggling to stay alive, right? So mapsnotincluded.org is definitely the place to be, I would say. The Swampy Delights, Gristleberry. It looks like we're okay on Gristleberry. Barbecue is pretty low. But we definitely have to get this under control. We got more polluted water in here. How do we have so much? Like, I'm pretty sure I thought I emptied this, but I guess not, right? I guess something happened and I didn't empty it. Let's connect all these guys. And then we're also going to disconnect this. Just have this whole row now be not bug buckets, basically. What's this here? Okay, we got no water there. The water's coming, and we got polluted water there. Jim says, I search for maps with specific traits and geysers I want to play with. And I usually start the map and make names save before I do anything. Yeah. And then the first 100 cycles exploring just to get the layout, take notes. Yeah, that's a great way to do it, actually. That is an absolutely amazing way. We're going to build this knowing that it's going to get destroyed, but I want to see where the top of the map is. So we're probably going to stop building it as soon as we get far enough to the top that I can find it. And then I can just calculate how high I need to go based on that. Kind of the idea I'm trying to accomplish here. And then I'm gonna sort of watch this as this is happening. I'll catch up with the chat. Crazy Sammy asks, do you know you can power the whole bunker tile network off one 2K wire? I did not. I don't think I knew that. Crazy Sammy. They usually, I think I've had it before where I've tried surface breach, where I've tried that and it didn't work. Is there like a trick to it, or what? How do you do that? Let's see. I just did complete the Hermit for the first time. Awesome, Margaret. Yeah, but definitely, yeah, he is a very good dupe. Have to use buffer. Oh, the buffer gate trick. Okay, with the. Okay, so I'm not familiar with that, but I've heard of the buffer gate trick. Is that kind of, does it kind of work the same way as, what am I trying to think? What's that? Where you cycle? What's that thing called? The building that heats up. I don't use it a lot. So the thermo tepidizer or something, the water tepidizer. Is that kind of, oh, the liquid tepidizer? Is that kind of the same thing where you cycle it off and on, so it can basically heat up as much as you want? Open them all in sequence so they don't. Oh, okay. I gotcha. Okay, I thought it was like sort of exploiting the liquid tepidizer trick. Okay, so the surface is pretty high up. So I need, how much do I need for a rocket? Like 50 or something? Yeah, so the rockets are going to launch from here. I forgot. I think it's like 60 or 50 that I need a hydrogen rocket for. So basically, here's where the rockets launch. I'm going to cut this off. I don't want my duplicates coming up here, especially not during an event. And I also don't want to hear the constant, oh, this building is broken. So I'm just going to delete the ladders and assume that I'm going to be launching rockets basically from the vacuum area. And you know what? If I mess up and it's actually not high enough, then so be it, and I'll have to just fix it. So I'm going to put the, oh, actually, here we go right now. So this is going to get destroyed. Maybe what I should do then is just take off that, because I don't want to have duplicates going there. It's already going to be annoying enough having hot stuff coming through like that. But we'll build some bunker tiles when the meteor shower's over. Not exploiting, yeah. No, that's definitely not exploiting, Crazy Sammy. I was just misinterpreting how you did it. So that's a really cool method, actually. You don't have to build constant like all these power wires going up to the top. That's really good. I'll probably use that in this playthrough, actually. So if this is going to be my steam room, I should probably start building that over here. I can always make it lower. Yeah, something like this. I'll probably start over here, put it off to the side. So we'll do, yeah, well, I'm gonna commit to this. We're gonna do something over here. How much igneous rock is that? Okay, we have lots of igneous rock. And not just that, but we have volcanoes that we have to tame. So we'll have lots of igneous rock and all in good time. Now, I want to start. Okay, here's another thing that I want to do. I want to build a small area first because I want to get this stuff online. So I'm just gonna think about that for a second. I set up a sauna and a hot tub with a tepidizer trick. Says elusive traveler. Mestri Walk. Mestri Walk. Is that how you say your name? How are you doing? Welcome to the stream. 46 rules for the biggest rocket. Already considering 9 more for exhaustion. Okay, so I thought it was a lot more than this. I was considering a lot more, so that's good. That means that most of my rockets can launch in vacuum, and I don't have to worry about the exhaust, a heat tunnel or whatever. But you know what? I think that'd be kind of cool to work with. So we're gonna start it down here. I'm not gonna think too hard about this. I think I'm just gonna build it, and it'll be fun. So we'll move it a little bit closer because I might want some processing in that area for other things, and then we'll build it sort of like this. I think that's more than enough for that's at least 3 rockets worth, or maybe even more. And yeah, perfect. So we'll start with something like this, and then we'll build it up as the game goes on. It's kind of what I was thinking initially, anyways. But this is, I think, perfect. Well, plus we don't want to get our rockets right to the top. We want to have areas for the bunker tiles and all that stuff. So, cool. This will be our starting area. Then we'll go across like so. And then probably build some bunker tiles here, just for the time being, so our duplicates don't get destroyed by the meteors there. That'd be kind of annoying. And then, of course, we'll extend this, and we'll extend this. Good night. I was watching on TV. Hard to type in there. My bad. No worries. Please do not apologize. It is totally fine. Actually, just I should mention that I'll be alive for another maybe 30 minutes to half an hour or so. I usually go for about 2 hours on Wednesday night because I work the next day, so I can't stay too late. But I'm gonna try to be on for another 15 to 30 minutes, and we'll Oh, did we lose all the oil? The oil. Where did the oil? Oh, it's in here. Okay, it's waiting for material. Okay, we got no iron now. Okay, I was like starting to get sleepy. Okay, so anyways, that's working fine. We got problems again with body temperature. It's 32 degrees. Another temp shift plate. Temp shift. I cannot wait to get barbecue online fully. I don't have to worry about this. So we're okay on food though. Actually, somebody ate the berry sludge. Who's eating the berry sludge? Did the pips? Someone's eating berry sludge. It better not be you, Lumlet. I don't know who that was, but anyways, I gotta put the berry sludge away. I can't keep doing this with the berry sludge. I'm just getting paranoid now. Put the berry sludge in the bag. Put it right there. Building entombed. Once again, no worries, we can fix that. And then I also want to make a change on this brick, and I want to have a cool exit and entrance, maybe like a vacuum sealed exit and entrance with the what's it called, the transit tubes. Because in the last playthrough that I did, my exit and exit was basically just a double liquid lock, which is fine, but it would look so much more elegant if the duplicates could come in and out via transit tubes. And the transit tubes were vacuum sealed. So I think that'd be pretty cool. The only thing that I don't know, actually, not come to think of it, is what's the melting temperature like? Well, this is made out of steel, but this is made out of plastic, right? So plastic, since I'm going to be... Okay, that might not... Maybe it might not work then if the melting temperature is that low. 160 degrees. It might be too hot in the steam room for me to use plastic. Maybe I have to like, I don't know, cool it or something. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. This is like, I'm thinking long term here, but we'll figure something out that's cool. And yeah, we'll figure that out. What I do like though is just to have basically a tunnel up to space. That'll be kind of fun. And yeah, we'll start building rockets pretty soon here, because I want to get to space materials way earlier than I did on my last playthrough. The last playthrough basically took forever. So berry sludge. And like I said before, it was mainly because I just wasn't as into space when I did that playthrough, and then the chat really helped me come to like space over time. Is it the Pips eating it? No, someone's eating berry sludge, and I'm gonna find out who it was. But whatever. We gotta work on. Let's see how these guys are doing. Crammed. Okay, so now we're starting to get into situations where we probably should build some automation here. Not steel, please. We'll build copper because it gives you the core bonus. Yeah, we'll build this guy here. Open up this so we can put in doors. That'll make it easier for our duplicants to work. I always like doing that stuff. Actually, we can probably build plastic ladders too now. Can you introduce animals quickly? Don't have that DLC. So hatches, luckily, don't need a DLC. Hatches, I'm pretty sure, are in the vanilla game. Yeah, but I can definitely introduce them. So the way they work is they can either be wild or domesticated. If they're wild, they don't really provide any useful resource to you because I mean they can eat stuff in the wild, but you want them to be domesticated. So in order to do that, you have to build them a stable. Currently, this is not a stable because I don't have a door. But a stable, if you look on here, needs to be minimum 12 tiles, max 96 tiles. Each critter has a certain amount of other critters that they're capable of being in the same room with. So for hatches, that's 8 critters. So once you put 8 in this room, you're good. If you put 9, they become cranky, and they don't like that. So right now, see how it says cramped? They don't like that. I'm trying to build stuff to get the extra critters and the extra eggs out of here, because eggs contribute to being cramped as well. Once they're inside of the room, then you have to have a grooming station, a critter feeder. The critter drop off is optional, but it helps you see what's actually in here. I like to just hover over it and check. And then the critter station, you need, in order to use this, you need a skill. You need to have somebody with the critter ranching 1 skill, which is only 2 skill points. It's pretty easy to get. And then they can come in here and tickle their bellies. Like, here we go. You got Rancher Herald, brushes his teeth, tickles his belly, gives him some perfume, and then that hatch is good to go. So basically, that's what you want. You want your hatches to be happy, because when your hatches are happy, they're going to produce more eggs for you, and they're going to... Oh, Sandwraith has a good point there, but I'll get to that in a second. So when they're happy, they're going to produce more eggs, and those eggs can be used to replenish your critters once they get old and evolve. Or, even better, they can be used to, as horrible as this sounds, to drown in water and then produce meat very, very quickly and efficiently for you, and power free, basically. So then you have, let's say you drop all your hatch eggs in here. From here, when they hatch, they will turn into barbecue meat very, very quickly. Then you just pick it up with an auto sweeper, or your duplicants, doesn't matter. Your duplicants can pick it up as well. Take it to your kitchen and cook it into barbecue. Another thing that the critters do is they're... Oh my goodness, who's stuck? Oh, how did you get stuck? Oh, because... Okay. Well, this is going to be a problem. He's probably going to pee his pants. Let's get this done. I need you to do this ASAP, bro. Don't even bother doing that. I need you to do this. You're going to pee your pants, and it's going to be all your fault. Okay, I need you to do this, bro. Come on. Can you dig out this? Okay, thank you. Oh, he peed his pants. Of course. As long as he doesn't evolve now, that's fine. All right, just get back, and I gotta mop this up really quick. Sorry, I'll continue on the critter spiel in just a second. Okay, so please get to it before it starts draining. Okay, it's not gonna drain. It looks like it's fine. So normally what I like to do here once the base is like more mature is to put mesh tiles here so all this falls and it doesn't fall into it. Like, luckily it didn't fall in, but you know, it's a concern. Okay, so back to the critter spiel. So basically what you want to do is have critters that are in a stable, that they're tamed, that are being fed, so they produce eggs and they produce resources. So in this case, hatches produce coal, which is fine. That's cool. Oh, you're wondering about the orange things and the big bunnies. Oh, okay. Well, I hope that at least that was helpful. Sometimes I just start talking about random stuff and I just keep going. All right, so let's talk about the big bunnies. I just have to unload everything to here for now and get some power to here. All right. What mineral do I feed the hatch? It's sedimentary rock because I want them to evolve into stone hatches. Stone hatches, I can feed them igneous rock that come from a volcano. So it's basically infinite. So Sandwraith brings up a good point. The critter condo makes hatch room size have 9 max, which is really good if you want to like min max. I don't really care too much for that, just because I normally have 3. Like it's usually not my main source of food, anyways. At some point, I tend to. What's broken? All right, well, whatever. A lot of things are happening. So it's definitely a good way to min max your min max your production, but I like to have like, what was I? Where's the critter condo? Do I even have the critter condo? I don't have the critter condo. Anyways, I don't have the critter condo. Okay, I don't have the critter condo. I do use the water fort for the Pacus though. I think that makes them it makes it easier to sustain them when they're like being fed very slowly. Okay, so these big bunnies with the bunny ears, these are called the Mammoths, and they need to be very cold. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, they like to be between 30 and... Okay, this is 30 and 70. It's something else that has to be very cold. This is 20 and 70. Okay, so these guys are okay, actually. So these guys, the Lums... let's see here. I think the critter condo is cute. Hey, Becca, what's up? Yeah, the critter condo is really cute. I just never implemented it in my playthrough. That's all. I'm not opposed to the critter condo at all. I use the water fort, actually, and the airborne fort for puffs. So I'm not opposed to them whatsoever. I just never bothered to implement it. So the Mammoths here, they will produce reed fiber, which is really cool. So this is usually a substitute for Dreco, or it can be a substitute for Dreco. Now the plants that it eats, I think, is the problem that ends up being like really cold. I knew there was something cold about them. Yeah, -50. -25 to 0. The Nosh sprout is also very cold. The squash fry, I think you have to make that with plum squash or something. But it's like very cold food that it kind of eats. The Mammoth patty can be made into clay and phosphorite, so it's like Dreco's basically, which is pretty cool. And the Lums, they make peat, which can be used for power. It's basically a coal substitute. Hey, Agent asks how many hatches can be supported by one volcano? Yeah, it is. Jim is correct. It's usually very few, but if you have multiple volcanoes, or if you have a very powerful volcano, or if you have not many hatches, you can usually sustain yourself pretty well. What I like to do is whenever I'm sustaining myself with hatches with a volcano, I'll look on the side here and I'll just keep track of how much igneous rock I have, and like if I'm gaining or if I'm losing, you know what I mean? So I just keep an eye out on your levels, and you should be okay going forward. This is actually 17 cycles. I should probably get that tame, but I'm focused on this thing here. This is pretty cool. We got a lot of cool things going on here. We gotta vacuum this out though, so let's work on that as well. Probably want to start vacuuming it out somewhere here, because, like I said, I kind of want to make a cool entrance to it. I think that'll be fun. No, that's too short. No, that's probably fine. That's probably fine. Let's do that. So Jim says, but honestly, the concern everyone has making hatches sustainable via infinite sources is misleading. You have more than enough igneous rock or sedimentary rock on most asteroids the last 2,000 cycles. That is absolutely true. Yeah, you can usually get by without any issues. I just like the idea of them being supplemented, like the what's it called? The amount of food that they're eating. Hey, Jaws. Jaws says, I made it. We can now start the stream. Thanks for waiting. Appreciate you, Jaws, for showing up on time. Thank you for being here. And I gotta get you know what? Next episode, I might just start like reworking all of it. Maybe I'll start reworking a lot of this offline, maybe, and then I'll start implementing the automation on Friday's stream, just to make everything here like not have to be so manual, because it's getting really tedious to have to keep an eye on that. It's all my fault because I just put it off for so long. But yeah, it's time to start working on making sure that everything is sustainable and less manual. You know what I mean? Like, luckily we have aluminum now. We have lots of aluminum. Ton of aluminum there, and we have a ton of gold coming out. So really happy about that. Jim says, if you're running low on igneous rock, you can always switch to stage hatches and feed them dirt. And not just that, Jim, but like at that point in time where you're about to run out of igneous rock and dirt and all that stuff, you can probably get to space and get a lot of resources from space as well. So the gold volcano, I think, is a really good way to supplement all that, but it's not really something that's going to like last long term. You know what? I think this would be better off if we just put this in insulated. I don't know. Maybe, I don't know. We'll have to figure that out as well. Becca says, hey, I'm getting over a nasty cold. Did I miss the industrial brick building? Well, we just started it, Becca. We were like, the last episode I was going to start it, but I got sidetracked because as I was digging it out, there was an aluminum volcano and a gold volcano I had to tame. And in this episode, yes, we finally started. We finally figured out where space is and how high we can go and all that fun stuff. So it's going to be roughly here. I think we'll end up eventually making this a lot taller, like maybe to here, and then putting the rocket platforms right on top. But for now, I'm just starting with this amount of space because I want to I want to get started here with the, look at all the pips I have. That's cool. They already planted some stuff. I want to get started because I'm tired of having the metal refinery in like a cold biome that keeps overheating. Like, we have a lot of heating here right now. So that's kind of what's going on. I'm sorry to hear that you're getting over a nasty cold, though. I hope that that you are feeling better from now on, and you can start to enjoy life again. And thank you so much for showing up. Oh, holy smokes! By the way, we have 54 viewers on YouTube. So hello to everyone who joined and all the lurkers as well. I forgot to check my viewer count all stream, but that is awesome. Thank you guys so much for being here. And if you guys could hit the like button if you're enjoying the stream, that would be great. That would help me out a ton in the algorithm to help get the stream to more people. Also, there's a new video coming out tomorrow, so just gonna start plugging my stuff away here. New video should be coming tomorrow. Yeah, unless I have to like rework it for some reason. So that's going to be interesting and fun. It's going to be all about the different vents and geysers. So keep an eye out for that. I technically could have had it done for today, but I didn't want the VOD and the video to go out on the same day. So it'll be tomorrow, right around this time-ish, that the new video's coming out. And yeah, I'm going to be online for another like maybe 10, 15 minutes, and then I got to go because I got to go to work tomorrow. So I really have to end the stream at some point. So we'll probably do one more cycle, and then I'll talk about the plans for Friday night. Jim also says there are 100,000 ways to make dirt sustainable. Let's see. Stone hatches are the best breed. All others are just achievements, says Jaws. I do like sage hatches. I also like smooth hatches. I know smooth hatches kind of get a bad rap because they eat unrefined metal and make it into metal ore. But if you don't have a metal refinery, or if you don't want to build one early on, or if you can't manage the heat or whatever, they can be a really good way to make refined metals at a 75% ratio, just to get you by. So I did that. I did that for I think it was refined iron the last game, or the last playthrough that I played, which was really good because it freed up my metal refinery from having to produce iron. I could just focus on steel. Now we're sort of going back and forth, and it's creating a lot of heat, which is taking up a lot of my time. But yeah, it's just basically which direction you want to go on your playthrough, right? It's not like you have to do one thing in particular that's way better. It's just whatever you decide you want to do, and whatever's more convenient for your specific circumstances. Sage hatches taste like green mouthwash, says Jaws. So I actually have green mouthwash. I don't know if that was just a joke, but I have what's it? It's Listerine green tea. It's green tea. It's Listerine green tea, and it's kind of nasty. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not a fan of the green tea mouthwash. I like the regular mouthwash, the regular Listerine, the pink one, a lot better. So it's kind of funny that you brought that up. I thought I do have that. I should probably do a couple vents here to start vacuuming out. I don't want to do just one and limit myself. Put it here so I can get to the gas vent. And then also boom, 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 just right there. And then we'll start to bring power in here. The power is going to be interesting. We'll do lead. So we do need a lead. We do need a power thing in here anyway. We'll just do lead, I guess. Not a big deal. And then of course we're going to put a joint plate in there after these guys are done. Do you use bulk? What do you use to boost volcanoes with geo stuff station that consumes refined phosphorite? I personally don't do that all that much, but it's very, very viable if you plan to do that. The problem with some buildings is that they produce more heat than is capable of being handled, or maybe that makes the water too hot or whatever the case. So there's definitely a lot of benefits to that. I'm just more of a simpleton, I guess. And I just like to have the game function like without the geothermal, because I have enough problem as it is remembering the values of like everything as it is, and now if I'm changing them, it's just gonna make it more complicated for me. That's kind of how I look at it. So I do it on purpose that I neglect to benefit my gameplay. I mean, I feel like Meep could really use some green mouthwash. Stinky too, says Jim. Jim will bring pizzas if we get 100 likes. I'll bring the pizzas if we get 100 likes. I'll eat a pizza. I'll eat some pizzas on stream from Little Caesars, and I don't know. I'll virtually share the amazing Little Caesars goodness with everyone. If you feed normal hatch of sedimentary rock, they're more likely to produce stone hatch eggs. If you feed them dirt, they're more likely to produce sage. And if you feed them copper or these guys are still cramped. Should just pick up everything here. And if you feed them, let's do eggs first. Actually, let's do hatch egg. Get rid of those first. They can be not cramped. If you feed them, again, a lot of people don't like them, but I kind of like the smooth hatch eggs. They're not shown here. You have to go through different channels, I think, to get them, or maybe they're shown after you start feeding them. So you have to feed them. How do you get smooth hatch eggs? There must be. Yeah, you have to feed stone hatches. It says, or unrefined metal. That's how you get them. Okay, so it's like a two-step process. I had them last game, but I always forget if I have to go through 2 steps to get them. Is it only stone, or can I feed anything? Yeah, I think it's only stone that I have to feed metal, unrefined metal ores to. And then smooth hatches become available. Whoa, 15 minutes? That is going to ruin my lurking. Hey, Kevin, I'm glad that you could join for the end of the stream. Work is overrated. Ani is where the money is. Yeah, that's true, Jaws. Work is overrated. Work gets in the way of my personal life. I would much rather just play Ani all day, to be honest with you. That would be great. Do I not have lead? Is that what's going on? Or it's probably just taking forever? Yeah, but I do really have to go, students. But I'm glad that you guys are all here. Like, this has been a great night for streaming. I'm not sure 15 minutes is enough for Jim to buy the pizza. Pizza is ordered. I know where you all live. I just send them to your houses. That's perfect. I'll take that. I would love it. Actually, I gotta go on like a non-fast food diet because I've been eating so much garbage over like just eating a lot of food and plus eating out a lot over the holidays. I gotta start taming myself back again. So no pizza for a while for me. So you can send my pizza to someone else. Send it to Kevin or Josh or Josh. Jim, I usually just leave the filter on the hatch, which is inefficient, I'm sure. Well, it's not so much inefficient. It's just that you're bringing a lot of stuff that is more valuable than sediment. Like sedimentary rock is basically completely useless, other than for feeding the hatches. Regular Listerine is brown, isn't it? And the green tea is never heard of. I mean, maybe it is brown. I always get the total, which is the pink one. Green tea is not my favorite. I don't know. Yeah, it's not. It's honestly not a great mouthwash. But I bought it. I paid $10 for it, the Canadian. So I'm gonna suffer through it. Yeah, you feed them unrefined metals to get refined metals at a 75% ratio. And Jim, I think you're right, Jim. It's stone hatches first and then smooth. Raisin cane sauce good. Is raisin cane sauce a thing in the game? Or is that like a real life thing? I had to check. I don't know what that is. But yeah, I think we'll end it here. We'll take the aloe vera seed. Actually, you know what? We'll do a. Oh man, I was gonna sneeze. I think we'll do a reroll. We'll do a reroll when we reload the game, and we'll see what we get. We'll do a little cheat technique there. Okay, so let me just go over what I want to do on Friday. Okay, so we got this. This is started. We're gonna vacuum all this out and get our industrial brick going. So that might be Friday. Depends on how far we get with that. What I really have to do is get my ranches under control. This is just a chaos. I'm tired of having these things overheat or be too cold or whatever. I don't want to deal with that. I just want to have hatches. Hatches are going to be fine. Bristle blossoms, I'm still going to have bristle blossoms because I need them for berry sludge, but I'm going to have them a lot more secluded and a lot more in a controlled environment. Right now, everything's just chaotic. So whatever. We'll deal with that. But I'm gonna have hatches set up next episode. The automation for hatches. We're gonna relocate the plugs. Maybe we'll relocate them like outdoors or something and just have them breathe gas or something. I don't know. But everything's gonna be relocated because this is just chaos. It's gone on for too long. Like when you I don't know, when you put off something for long enough and you just had it Well, I had it. All right, I'm done with it. So we're relocating everything. We're gonna tidy things up. I might do a little bit off stream just so I can like not have to. 'Cause I just don't. If I don't start like at least the layouts off stream, I feel like I'm gonna take all of Friday just trying to figure out the layouts, and that I think that would be super boring. So I think I'm gonna do the layouts on off stream, and then I'm gonna start the automation on stream. So like people who want to see that kind of stuff, like the how to build it, will get to see it, right? So that's what I'm thinking. So Friday night, I'm back at maybe we'll start at 9 p.m. I usually start at 10 p.m. Eastern, but I might start at 9 just so I can get some more hours in before I get super sleepy. And then we'll do a long Audi night, maybe like 3 hours or as usual. I haven't checked my email lately because I've been so busy with work. But if you have any, if any of you have any save files you'd like to submit, get advice on, or show off something, or whatever that you'd like to show to the stream, please send them to me. I'm more than happy to do another segment of that on Friday. That'd be really cool. I like doing those. I like seeing what you guys have to show, and I also like I like giving advice to with the chat's help, of course, the people who are trying to get farther in the game and learn stuff. So we can do either or. If you guys want to send me some save files, you can send it on my Discord if it's able to be uploaded there. Just join the Discord using that code, or click the link in the description, or you can send it to me through email, which is available on my About page on YouTube. Jim says Raising Cane's is a chicken restaurant in the U.S. Wait, aren't you Canadian? I don't think they have Raising. Yeah, I've never heard of Raising Cane's. I mean, I've like vaguely heard the name, but I have no idea what they are. So, anyways, Sandwraith says I ran sage hatches, then stone hatch. I got lots of polluted dirt from the ethanol distiller. I use those polluted dirt to sage hatch. Perfect. All right, so we're gonna call it a night there. Just want to thank everyone again for being here tonight and hanging out. New video tomorrow, and appreciate all your support, always being here, and enjoying the game, whatever you're doing. If you're also playing, or just lurking, have me on in the background, or whatever the case, I appreciate you having me on because it means a lot to me that you guys are here enjoying your time. So I'm going to say goodnight to everyone like I usually do. And I hope that I see you all Friday. Becca says, good night. Have fun at work tomorrow. I will definitely try to have fun at work. I guarantee you, Becca, it will not be as fun as being here on stream. So, yeah, I'll be back Friday. And yeah, I'm going to go through the chat like I normally do and just thank everybody because I will never, ever not appreciate you guys being here. It just means so much to me that you come by and you hang out and support me and yeah, it's just really cool. Like I never thought that this would be a thing, and it's a thing. So I love it. It's a lot of fun. All right, so Phil, thank you so much for being on here on Twitch. Jim, as always, thank you so much for hanging out. Javilian, Handwave, see you later. Sean, thank you as always for coming by and hanging out. Becca, I hope that you are feeling better tomorrow and have yourself a good night. I will definitely try to have fun at work, but like I said, just not going to be the same as being here. I'm also kind of stuffed up because I have allergies, and today I was like in a lot of weird stuff at work, and yeah, so I'm not sick as far as I know. Margaret, goodbye, good night. See you next time. Sandwraith, thank you for stopping by. Crazy Sammy, thank you for stopping by as well. Jaws, thank you for showing up on time as usual, and I hope to see you next time. Kevin, thank you for being here as well. See who else. Mestriwalk, I think. I hope I'm saying that right. Thank you for stopping by, Mestriwalk. Who else? See here. I know William was here earlier. Thank you, William, for showing up. Louise was here earlier as well at the beginning of the stream. Thank you, Louise. And Elusive Traveler, thank you for stopping by. Let's see. Oh, Stringer was here also at the beginning of the stream. Thank you, Stringer, for stopping by. And I'm gonna check out your video tomorrow. I haven't had time to be on YouTube lately. I'm so far behind on comments, on emails. Not that I get a lot of emails, but comments, I'm really far behind on. I really, really feel bad about that. It's just work. Like I said, work just gets in the way of my personal life, and it's not cool. Not cool, man. Not cool at all. Kofi Bear was here tonight. Thank you so much, Kofi Bear and Jay Nero, Javilian. Thank you guys for being here. Appreciate it. And now we're almost at the end of the chat, so it's gonna yeah, we're at the start now. Thank you everyone. I think I got everyone. If I missed you, so Jim says, let's see. Sorry, Jim says I read that as Mestre Walk. It might be Mestre Walk. I hope that if I'm wrong, you can correct me because I am not the best at the usernames. I liked it when you guys could have your nickname in the chat, but then YouTube changed it on me right when I was a new streamer. So now I gotta now it's a lot different. The nicknames were a lot better, but that's okay. It is what it is. Things change. The only thing constant in life is change. So Sanwraith lastly asked, you used the new Printerceptor? I have used the Printerceptor, not on this episode or on this playthrough, because I pretty much have everything that I need right now. It's just basically being used as a way to store my data banks. So yeah. Okay, good night, everyone. Have yourselves a good rest of your week, and I will see you